Hi everyone. So I got some questions in Excel from some of the friends in Telegram group. So actually, there are two questions. So I'm going to show you both. So the first question is very simple. Is to split the data as shown here into text and numbers accordingly. So actually, the instruction want us to split the data into numbers and text using VBA. But as I said to them, I said, we don't need to bother with VBA for such kind of easy problems. So we can use other alternative that can also find the solutions faster and more efficient. So why not? Okay. So my recommendation is to use another alternative. So how we gonna do it? Let go. Okay. So let's see how it's work. In this case, the data has pattern. So the data here has only two types of stuff. So number one is text and number two is numbers. So you want to split between text and numbers. So easy. Okay. So you have the pattern here, which is A, B, C, D, A. Okay. So it's includes all the text. Okay, from this data. So secondly, you can just type the same thing, A, B, C. Okay, A, S, D, D. Okay, so you repeat the patterns twice, and then what you're going to do next is to hit the options Control E, which is something for flash fill. So flash fill is very important tools and techniques that you can use to actually solve this kind of problems. So whenever I see this kind of stuff, I always use flash fill because it's very helpful. Okay, so what else you gonna do next? The same thing for this one. You can what you want is only numbers. So you can type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you repeat the patterns and then you hit Control E. So then you get the result. Very easy. Flash fill. I recommend everyone use flash fill if you need to. Very, very easy. So flash fill can use to extract the data and also can use to merge the data or can use to do many other stuff that based on the certain patterns. But if there is no patterns, we cannot use flash fill. Okay, so that's how it's worked. But actually, this kind of problem, you can also use Power Query to solve it as well. So let me show you in Power Query for another example. Okay, so in question number 3, they have this kind of data here. They call numbers, whatever it is, and they want to extract only numbers. And based on their definition, it is should be in this way, which means that they remove space symbol and state code. Okay, fine, easy. So what you're going to do, if you follow my suggestion, I would say Power Query is the best way to do it. So I'm going to actually select this data and goes to data tools, and then I go to from table range. Okay, when I click on it, okay, so it's going to ask me create a table because normally Excel love Excel table formats. So I tick yes and I said okay. So it's going to take me through Power Query editors. So it's launch Power Query editors. Okay, here it is. So it's take a little bit, few seconds. It's depend on how big your data is. Okay, so this one I don't need it. Okay, and this one is the original ones that probably I want to keep it the same. So I don't want to touch it. So I can duplicate it just to get another one and do some kind of transformations that is needed to get the result that we want based on the instructions. So here we go. So the first thing you're gonna do is to remove the symbols, which is the hyphens. So very simple, just go to remove replace values, okay? And you replace these symbols by nothing, which means that you don't write anything here. Okay, just hit okay, boom. So it takes seconds to do it very fast. So what are you gonna do it? You want to remove space that you don't want. The same things, replace value, and you hit space and then you see nothing because it is space and you replace with nothings. Okay, boom, here it is. Problem solved. So what else you gonna do? So you want to remove the state code, which is something at the beginnings. Okay, probably the first 5 digits or no. Okay, so if you look at this data from the left to the right, you will not able to see the patterns. But if you look at from the right to the left, you can see that it is a 3 blocks code that contains 10 digits from the right to the left. You will see 4 digits, 3 digits, and 3 digits. So it's 10 digits. So based on these patterns, okay, if I'm right, because the instruction is not clear enough, you can just go to split columns, okay, and then you split by numbers of characters because you see the pattern is 10 digits. So I put tens and I want it from the right. Okay, it is. Hit okay, booms. So you got the answer. So this one I don't need it, I just remove it. This one I need it, but I need to rename it as only numbers. Okay, so this is not what we want. This is not what we want. Okay, what we want is only numbers. Here it is. Boom, done, easy. So you complete all the transformations. Okay, so what you're going to do next is to load this data. Okay, so you have two options, which is load, close and load. It's mean that you're going to create another workbook, sorry, another worksheet based on this query. Or if you don't want to, you can go to another option, which is close and load to. So it will give you some options available there. Okay, either you want to create table, pivot reports, pivot chart, or connection only. So in this case, we want to create a table based on this data. So there are also another two options down here where you want to display or put it. So let's say put it in the existing worksheets. So let me put it somewhere here. Okay, I take this out on column I. Okay, hit OK, boom. So it takes few seconds to load, and here it is. You got the results, which is very, very simple and fast. So the good side about this style using the Power Query is that if you add the data down here, for example, I add 1, 2, 2, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit enters, and then I save it. And after that, I go to my results tables, I click on queries, and then I click on refresh. So you get the result here. Very, very fast. So it doesn't matter how big your data is. Normally it's less than 1 million row, it's good. If it's more than this, it may be not good in terms of the data. Okay, because the bigger the data, probably the better use of the software. Okay, for example, probably you can use Power BI or some other business analytics softwares that can solve the problems. Okay, so this is how it's work, and I hope you like it. But I really recommend everyone who use Excel to really learn the best trick out there in Excel. For example, the super shortcuts that I have created a video available on YouTube, but my apology, it is in Khmer language. And some of my video is also includes how we can solve transform data, cleanse data using Power Queries in Excel. And those are available on YouTube as well. You can go and watch it if you like. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to talk to me, either comment downs in my YouTubes, or you can chat to me on Telegram or whatever social media available. Or just Google my names, and then you can get my contacts very easily. So that's it for today. Hope you like it and stay safe.